Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my, I guess they were going to be my December empties, but I'm filming this in January now, so maybe I'll call it my January empties. I don't know, but I have some empties. Before I get started, I'm not wearing any face makeup. I feel like my camera, at least in the viewfinder, always makes me look a lot worse than I do in real life when I'm not wearing makeup. But I have a cold right now. My nose is really dry and yeah, so yesterday I tried putting on foundation before I went to work and it just was a hot mess. I had to wash my whole face before I went to work, so today I decided not to even bother, but I have some time before I have to leave for work, and so I wanted to get some filming done, so pardon me if I look a little red and weird. I swear in real life I don't look bad at all. Anyway, so I have my empties and I'm going to try this year to be better about doing all my makeup together in my empties, because I know some people are more interested in that. So I'm going to try to start with all my makeup empties, but this time I actually have two things I'm going to start with before my makeup. So let me get to those. Alright, so the first two things I am going to show you are some candles. I'm not super into candles. I also think it's weird that makeup YouTubers are always talking about candles. I don't know why that started. I think it's really bizarre, but I feel like one person started talking about them and then other people are like, oh, we can talk about candles, and then everyone started talking about candles, and now I'm just feeding into that by also talking about candles. But whatever. So this is a candle. It's from the Hallmark brand. It's in the scent Raking Leaves. I bought this at Meijer last year when I was at my internship. There were 3 golden retrievers that lived in the house I lived in, actually, for part of the year. Then there were 2, and then those 2 left. So they lived downstairs and I lived upstairs, but sometimes they smelled bad and it would kind of waft upstairs. So I bought this candle to combat the slight dog smell there was sometimes. But I like this. The scent was really nice. It smelled kind of like cinnamony, kind of spicy, but it was really nice. I guess I bought this in the fall because I was feeling the fall scent. It had 2 wicks, but as you can see, it like didn't burn down all the way. I can't even get it lit anymore. I had that problem when it was a little bit higher. It just like kept going out because like the melted wax was too high or something. I don't know. So I just like dumped out some of the melted wax and that solved the problem, but I can't even get it lit anymore, and like maybe if I like scraped around it or something I could, but I don't care enough to do that. So I'm calling it the end. I don't remember how much this was or anything like that. I probably would purchase it again though, even though it wasn't the best, but the scent was nice and it had a good throw. Then I have this one from Target. It's in the scent Oh Christmas Tree. They had a bunch of like holiday scents that had this kind of packaging, I guess. I don't remember how much this was. I want to say like under $15, but I wanted to get something kind of Christmassy scented because I have a fake Christmas tree, and so I wanted to have some sort of like piney scent. This didn't really smell piney or Christmas tree like, to be honest, but I did like the scent. I'm not, like I said, I'm not big into candles, but for whatever reason, lately I have been wanting to burn them. I think probably just because it's like cold and winter and it's kind of cozy. We've also been having a lot of fires, so I feel like when we don't have a fire, I'm like, oh, I want to have some sort of fire in my house. So I light a candle. So this has notes of holly berry, balsam, and fresh cut wood. It says that it burns up to 45 hours, and I don't know how long I burned this for, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was, you know, close to that. But as you can see, there's a lot left. But once again, it's really weird, like the wick is, I can see there's like silver under the wick poking out of the wax. So I feel like there's a layer of wax and then they put the wick in and then they put more wax. And that is weird to me because usually I feel like I've burned candles where I can get it all the way down. But I feel like there's definitely like wax under the wick, which doesn't make any sense. So yesterday, like I kept lighting it and it just like burnt itself out and there really isn't any wick left, but there's like some metal poking out and then a lot of wax left. So I don't know how much this was. I don't know if I would buy it again. I did go to Target after Christmas to see if they were on sale, and it was like the day after Christmas maybe, and they were not. If they had been on sale, I probably would have picked up some more, to be honest. But if this was like $15 or $20, I don't think I would buy it again. But I don't know, maybe I would. I don't really care. But I did like the scent. So those are my 2 candles those are my thoughts knowing nothing about candles about them. So that's it for the candle section of this Empties, which there really are candles in any of my Empties. Alright, so now for makeup. So I just filmed a video where I cut open my beauty blender and my Real Technique sponge. I guess I'll just show you guys in case you didn't see that video or in case I forgot to post it. I don't know. So I cut open the beauty blender first. I knew I was going to get rid of these at the end of 2016, and I really wanted to cut them open because I saw a lot of people do these types of videos sometime in the past year. So I've been waiting and waiting to cut open mine because I really wanted to see what they look like inside. So the beauty blender actually looks really clean. There is some foundation here. I didn't wash it before I cut them open. I used this yesterday or the day before, and I figured why bother washing it if I'm just going to throw it away. So it's a little bit dirty on the outside, so I feel like this stuff would have definitely come out in the wash. And then I was really happy to see that the inside is really clean because I've seen or heard of people saying that makeup like gets in the middle and it like collects there and gets gross. So I was happy about this one. And then I did my Real Technique sponge, which I use in the exact same way and I wash in the exact same way. And this one did have some makeup in the middle section right here. So that it's like, you can see the brown discoloration, and then they're in the very middle. I kind of rubbed it, so I don't know, but like there was more, I can see like more buildup, like right in a line in the very middle of it. So that was interesting to me. I did just buy some more of these, so I'm not like turned off completely, but I think I just won't keep them around as long as I feel comfortable keeping a beauty blender around. So those two sponges are done for. I also finished off a little sample of the Makeup Forever Step 1 primer. This was the Equalizer. I like this, but I probably won't ever buy it. I finished off with this little sample of the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask in Champagne. I really didn't like the color on this. I felt like it worked well, but I would only want to wear it like maybe at night, or I would cut this by my desk actually, and I would put it on when I was working at my desk, but I would wipe it off before I left the house because I found it was so sticky, like my hair would stick to it. If it was windy, it was just gross. I didn't like it. And like I said, I didn't like the color. It was kind of like a metallic-y, kind of peachy pink shade, but I felt like the mask did good things for my lips. I just didn't like the colored ones. I have a red one I'm working on right now that I've been doing the same thing with, just wearing it when I'm sitting here and then wiping it off before I go out. And then I have the clear one, so I'll try those and see what I think. I don't think I would ever buy them at this point just because they're so thick. I just don't like it. Even though I feel like they do work, it's just not for me. Especially, I know they come in a tube and I just don't want to be like touching that. I've been using a lip brush to put it on, so probably just not my thing. I finished up the primer potion in the Eden version of it. I really hate Eden, it's my least favorite. Enigma is my favorite. I feel like Eden is so pigmented that even if I use the smallest amount, I have trouble blending it in. I feel like it's like very yellow and it's like hard to get that to go away. And if I would sometimes get some like stuck right here that I would miss when I was trying to blend it in. And once it dried, it was so hard to get off and it just looked really bad. It would be like kind of like crusty, or like there was like this discoloration right here. And it was just a pain in the butt. And so I really have always hated this one. And so I was surprised that I liked Enigma so much, because Enigma is kind of like the same. It has a color to it. It's a different color. It's more pink. This is really yellow. I have some Enigma still in this jar, so you can see this is what it looks like. This is just kind of dried out. But this blended it so nice. I didn't have to worry about how much I used. Like this, if I used too much, it was like really obvious. Here I can use a lot more and I didn't have trouble blending it in. So I thought maybe after using Enigma that I would like this more. Like maybe I was just doing it wrong when I tried it, you know, a year or two ago. But no, I still hate this one. Enigma is the best one. And if I ever purchase another primer potion, it will be either the original or Enigma. This is an item I only used once. This is an e.l.f. Brow pencil, I guess. It is kind of like the Soap and Glory one I had earlier. It has the brow pencil on one side and the kind of highlight thing on the other side. So this one, the highlight like does not blend very well, and it's like very pink. You can see it's like not really going anywhere. And then I used this maybe twice actually, but it is so red. It looks terrible. So I don't know if you're gonna even be able to tell how red it is. on here because it just looks kind of brown, but it definitely has like reddish undertones, and when I used it in my brows it just looked terrible and I hated it so much I threw it in my Empties bag immediately. I think it was like $2 or $3, so I bought it to try. I figured I would try a cheaper brow product, and yeah, I don't like that one, so that's the end of that. I also finished off this brow pencil from Benefit completely. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This was in the shade number 3. It was just a deluxe sample. I wouldn't buy this shade. I didn't love it, but I was able to make it work. Yes, I can't really give you a swatch of it. Yeah, you can't really see anything. There's not much left. But you can see there was a little bit in here that fell out. So this is the shape of it. And I think it was supposed to be really easy because it's like thick for this part and then like thin on this side for the tail end. But I found that I would often like get it out of the lines of my brow. I didn't love the shape. I thought it was a little harder to work with, so I don't think I'll ever purchase this. But the pencil itself was nice. The color was just a little off for me, but I could make it work, like I said, but not my favorite brow product I've ever tried. Then I have a little mini of the Urban Decay Subversion and Urban Decay Perversion. So I got this with a full size of Perversion that I used up earlier this year. So I had this open with the full size and then I kept it open for this little mini one. I don't always like to use them together. I feel like it's a little much for me sometimes, a little too thick. But I love the Perversion mascara on its own too. So I just used up the Subversion because I had it, but I don't think I would ever go out and purchase it to use. I used up this face primer from Too Faced. It's the Hangover RX. I was really excited to try this. I always wanted to, and it really smells like coconut water, and for some reason I found that scent really off-putting when putting it on my face. Like, I like coconut water. I don't love coconut water drinking it, but I like it enough and I do drink it sometimes. But for some reason, like the smell on my face, I didn't like it. So I wouldn't ever purchase it, but it was a really nice moisturizing primer. It sunk in really well. But I figured, you know, just use some lotion before you put on your makeup and it's basically the same thing. Then I had a little eyeliner. This is in the shade Black Market. So it was a black from Urban Decay, but it wasn't as dark as Perversion. I got this, it was a deluxe size. I got it in a little set. It was called the Black Market set, which I think had 5 eyeliners in it that were all kind of darker. They were colored, but they were darker. So it had the olive green I used up earlier, it had a navy blue, a dark purple, a brown, and then this black one. So happy to have another liner out of my collection. And then the most exciting empty is my palette, the How About Them Apples Chip and Link Cream palette. So if you saw my Pan That Palette finale, you'll know, but I didn't quite finish off the last 2, but I got pretty close, and I'm happy with that. Like I said, I took a big break from face makeup in 2016, so if I hadn't done that, I definitely would have blown through these, but this is really old, and I can definitely tell. Right now you can see it kind of looks dried out. There's some cracks in the product, but then also when I put my finger in it, it gets really oily, like it's kind of separating or something. I don't know, so I was happy to say goodbye to this. I did really like this product and I would definitely recommend it, especially if you get it for 50% off. The balm you can get 50% off. I think they have 2 sales a year at least, and then sometimes it's on Outlook and stuff like that. But I definitely thought it was worth it. You get to try a bunch of different colors. Cider and caramel were my favorite. These 2 were really bright pink, so you could only use the tiniest amount, same with the red, the tiniest amount to blend in. I didn't like Crisp, but even not liking this one, I felt I got my money's worth with all the other ones. These were great for the summer, and then this was just a beautiful everyday peachy pink, and this one was great for fall and winter. It was kind of a more rosy shade. So I did really like this, and I would recommend it if you are curious about cream blushes, but I would say, you know, to use up this many cream blushes, they might be the only blushes you're using if you're concerned about, you know, finishing it off before it goes bad. So that's my thoughts on the How About Them Apples palette. Now for the rest of the empties. So I have this Clean On Me Soap and Glory shower gel. I really like their shower gels. They cost a little more than like normally I would buy like Up and Up or Suave or like the cheapest thing at Target, and these do cost more. They're $10, but I feel like they last me longer because of the pump. I only need 2 pumps in my loofah to have enough to lather up my whole body, and so I feel like with the kinds you squeeze out, I just always squeeze out a lot more than that. So I do like having these. I'm using another one in another scent. I love the Soap and Glory scents, so I would definitely purchase this again at some point. Alright, this is a body splash. I have this in several projects, as you can see all the different lines on the side. I got this as a gift from my sister-in-law. I think for some reason I feel like it was shortly after I moved into our house, which was in 2010, so it was very old. And I had this around. I just wasn't in the habit of using body sprays or body mists. I used them a lot when I was like in junior high and high school, but then I kind of stopped. And so I was surprised how much I liked this. I really like the scent. I actually have gotten more compliments on this scent than any of my perfumes or anything. I really liked it, and I would consider buying it again actually. So this is from Victoria's Secret. It's the Fresh and Clean scent. I don't know if it still exists. I don't shop at Victoria's Secret, and so I don't know, but I really did like this, and I kind of miss it actually. Because I kind of miss, I would kind of spray this more on my clothes, and then I would often put on a perfume too, and it was like a nice scent that was very, I felt like it didn't clash with anything. It was kind of, you know, fresh and clean. It kind of would go with anything, so I didn't feel like it was too much, and I kind of miss having something to use in that way, so I actually kind of miss that, even though it was a pain in the butt for a long time to me to use up. Alright, this is my Paula's Choice Hydrolite face cleanser. It was a gel cleanser. This was 16 ounces. I got this because it was in the sale section and I needed a cleanser, and it was big and cheap. So I really liked it. They discontinued this line, so I don't think I could repurchase it if I wanted to, but I would. It was a nice gentle gel cleanser, but I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on your face cleanser. So when I'm done with all the deluxe samples and other ones that I have, I think I'm gonna explore like drugstore face cleansers like Cetaphil or something like that. But I did like this, but I don't know if it's worth spending like the full price on a Paula's Choice face cleanser necessarily. Then I finished off this from Paula's Choice. It's the Intensive Repair Cream from the Resist line with retinol. I use this as a night moisturizer. It's great for dry and very dry skin, which is what it's recommended for. I only needed to use a little bit, and it was very, very moisturizing. I had this for a really long time. The one thing I didn't like about it is there was no way to know when it was done, because I think it's one of the ones that kind of pushes the product up, because I could feel that it was feeling very light on the bottom and kind of heavy right here, but the pump is also really heavy, so it was just like one day a surprise that like nothing would come out anymore. So that's the one thing I didn't like, because I like to know when I'm running out of things. But I was happy to have this done because I had it for a really long time. So it was really nice, and I would consider purchasing it again. Alright, so I used up a sheet mask from Tony Moly. This is the rice one for clear skin. Like I said, I don't know if I notice any benefits from any sheet masks or any differences between them, but I do find they kind of moisturize my face. Like, they're kind of a treat yourself type thing. It's a nice experience. It's relaxing. I use them mostly for fun. I don't necessarily rely on the fact that they might make my skin clearer or something. So I just bought it for fun and I used it up. Then I have a lotion from Bath & Body Works. This is the Venice Dolce Berry. I got this as a gift when I moved into my house at my internship from my landlord, and I finally used it up. I didn't love the scent. It was very fruity. It's not one I would have picked out for myself, but I didn't mind it enough that I didn't want to use it up. I also used up this hand cream from Soap and Glory. I did cut open the top. It was in the Frutigo scent, which was nice. I really love the hand food. I find it sinks in and like leaves your skin hydrated and feeling like really silky and nice. So I'll definitely buy hand food again sometime. I have this from Temple Spa from Birchbox. It's the Lala Lagoon Bath and Shower Gel. I used this as a shower gel a few times, and then I used it for a bubble bath, and I like that, but I'm not gonna go out and seek this out and purchase it. I used up this oil-free moisturizer from Jack Black. This was fine, but I probably will never purchase it. And then I used this moisturizer from Too Cool for School. It's the 5-in-1 Egg Mellow Cream. And to be honest, I don't really remember this, so it wasn't very remarkable, and I won't purchase it. I used up some cotton rounds from Ulta. I finally used up all my Whispers that I bought from Costco last year. I used up the CeraVe Eye Repair Cream, and this was fine. I never notice a huge difference between different eye creams, so I usually just use whatever I have as samples. I don't think I've ever purchased an eye cream, but I seem to always have one on hand. So if I ever used up all the eye creams I had and didn't have any samples, I would consider buying this one just because I'm sure it's cheaper and it works just fine. This is the Skin Food Black Sugar Mask. I got this in Birchbox. It says it's a mask. It wasn't. It was really just a scrub. I don't like using physical exfoliants on my face very much, so I did use it on my face a couple times, but then I ended up finishing it off using it as a foot scrub. And I wouldn't purchase that. Next, from Lancome, I have this Energy to V Smoothing Glow and Boosting Liquid Care. I had to look this up on Sephora to see what it even was, what to do with it. It's basically like a lotion, a moisturizer, but it was like a liquid. It was very watery. It was very weird. I got another one from this line. I don't know if it's the exact same one, in another sample in like a larger bottle that I'm going to use up, but I don't think I would ever purchase it. It's not my... Then I have the Sephora Instant Moisture and Cream sample with hyaluronic acid booster. I used this as a night moisturizer a couple times. I got a couple uses out of it. It was fine. I don't know if I would ever purchase it though. I have a brush head for my Clarisonic. This is the sensitive one. So I change mine every 6 months because I don't use mine every day. I think they recommend 3 months, but since I use it like infrequently, maybe 3 times a week, I just hold on to them for 6 months. So I use this one up, and I like the sensitive heads, but my favorite are the cashmere. I think I got this on Black Friday or something, got some sort of package deal, so that's why I have this. And I would definitely purchase it again if there was a deal, but if I have to choose, I would go with the cashmere. And then finally I have a fragrance. This was from Nest. It was the Citrine fragrance, which was very citrusy, and I really liked it, but probably not enough to purchase it, but it was a really nice scent. So that is it for my empties. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back in a month or two with another empties. See you then. Bye.